Welcome to PTSD, Bunker Gear for your brain. I'm your host, Carl Waggett. Welcome to the evening PTSD report. Guys, happy Monday to each and every one of you. I do hope you had a fantastic weekend. Did you? At all? Anyways, all besides the point. Look, let's forget about the intro because I suck at it. We know that. And guys, let's move on with the show because, guys, I'm quite excited about this week because this week I've got a week of wags to share with each and every one of you. Now, look, this will pay huge dividends for you, not so much for me because they're my most embarrassing stories. Now, look, guys, you got to cut me some slack on this one. I didn't study this shit growing up. No, I knew nothing about this mental health thing. And I'll tell you what, when I got into the fire brigade or the fire service, my dad calls it a fire brigade. I don't know where that came from. But I'll tell you what, when I got into the fire service, the last thing that I thought about was touchy-feely stuff. I wanted to break stuff and crawl around in fires and shit like that. So guys, the thing is look, I really cocked up this whole mental health thing. I did. I made monumental mistakes. But I do a week of wags like this so you guys don't make the same mistakes. I think it pays huge dividends for you guys. So guys, shall we get on with the show? I think you're thoroughly going to enjoy it. Okay, so look, guys, we've established that this PTSD, depression, anxiety, it's a rocky road. Yeah, it's not a fun game to play. And look, even if you've got a doctor or a therapist on your side, guys, it can still be uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't want you to think for a second that you just get a doctor, sit on a couch, they say some really big words to you, and guess what? In 3 to 5 weeks, you're perfect again. No, guys, it's a process. And it's no different than physiotherapy. Look, you twist your ankle, you blow your shoulder out. It's a process. You have to work to get it better. Well, guys, this mental health thing's no different. And sometimes in this process, guys, we come across some pain. Yeah, look, let's be honest, right? If you're dealing with stuff that's a little uncomfortable, it may bring pain from time to time. But guys, as we've established in other shows, look, your brain really doesn't know the difference between physical pain and mental pain. Look, the only advantage to physical pain is, well, if you bang your thumb with a hammer, you know it's your thumb that hurts. The problem is with mental pain is that you can feel monumental crushing pain and not know where the hell it's coming from. This can be frightening. Yeah, this can be actually really, really frightening. So guys, look, that's what we're going to talk about this entire week for this week of WAGs is I'm offering you some painkillers. Not the fun kind that bring all kinds of colors out in the room. No, I'm not talking about those ones. But I'm talking about painkillers that will help with this process. Okay, because guys, look, that's what this is. It is a process. Now, look, I'm not saying these are conventional ideas. It's not like you're going to find these in medical journals. But I'll tell you what, they work like a treat for me. So I want to share them with you. Now, look, you guys always hear me going on about PTSD, depression, and anxiety. Well, look, let me clear something up here. Just because you have PTSD doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have depression and anxiety. But these two little bastards tag along, don't they? Yeah, so there's a large majority of the time that you end up with this if you do get this PTSD. Very complicated shit. But anyways, all besides the point. We've established with this depression that, guys, it's not really a happy or sad thing. And that was a mistake that I made. But what depression really does, guys, is it takes away the shit that you find fun. Yeah, now that's depressing. Think about having a really, really shitty day at work, and let's say you have that one thing that you really, really enjoy doing when you get home because it helps you unwind, whether it be doing a jigsaw puzzle or cutting the grass or a little bit of woodworking, or it doesn't really matter, right? But the fact is that you do this to unwind. Well, depression gets ahead of that and takes that away from you. Yeah, so you can have a really, really shitty day and you come home and you go to do that thing that you really enjoy and, well, it's not fun. Yeah, so this is where depression gets really, really dangerous. Now, look, let me jump in here because I always thought, all right, look, little kids have fun, okay? Adults, we work. Yeah, we don't have fun. Look, you're not going to get too many middle-aged men, take a phone call for overtime at work, right? And go, oh, you know what? I would love to come in for that overtime shift because I could really do with the money. But unfortunately, today's the day that I go down to my local park from the hours of 3 to 5 and I chase around butterflies with my little net. Look, I know it sounds fucked up, but the fact of the matter is it makes me feel like $1,000,000 and I enjoy doing it. And when I come home, I feel 10 times better than when I left. So I'm sorry. As much as I'd love to take that OT shift, I'm sorry. I'm going to have fun instead. Look, very, very, very few adults say that. But the interesting thing is this fun subject, believe it or not, this is where your salvation lies. Yeah, now look, I know it sounds funny to say to an adult, oh, you need to have fun and you need to go out there and enjoy yourself. But guys, look, there's a lot to this if you stay with me on this one. Now look, we've all established that all work and no play makes Jack a very boring boy. And this is very true. But guys, we're not talking here about just necessarily your work, your 9 to 5 or your 40-hour work week. I'm talking about when you're at home. Right? Because the problem is that a lot of us, we don't have fun. We just keep ourselves busy. And this is what I did when this depression, anxiety, PTSD really, really hit, is that, look, I didn't have fun. I just kept myself busy. Prime example, look, I'll tell you what, when my depression's at its worst, Jackie loves it because this house is spotless. Yeah, because I just keep busy. Look, I'm not going to have fun doing anything, so I might as well go do another load of laundry. Ugh. What a boring shit. But the thing is that, guys, if we never ever have fun with anything, okay, and all we do is we just keep busy all the time, sadly, this will slowly break your spirit. It will. Because you just move from thing to thing to thing to thing, and the problem is we never come alive. Right? We never actually wake up. Now, please, guys, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying having fun is getting 3 of your buddies on the phone and taking the first flight to Vegas, right? Not remembering anything for 4 days, getting alcohol poisoning for those 4 days you were there every single night, and then coming home. Look, that's not the type of fun that I'm talking about. Trust me, if that kind of fun solved your problems, let's say going to a football game in the States and, like I said, have alcohol poisoning for 3 days straight, look, if that helped you, there wouldn't be a firefighter on the planet that would have any problems. Trust me, that would clear it up. But unfortunately, that's not the type of fun that we're talking about. We're talking about the kind of fun that, well, it energizes you. Right? And maybe this is something that you felt when you were a younger kid. And unfortunately, life it beats the shit out of us. Now, look, if I can give you a bit of a tip here, I think you'll find that thing that you really enjoy probably doesn't cost a lot of money. Right? Don't get me wrong. I'm sure you can spend a lot of money on it. But what I'm saying is you don't have to go out and take up skydiving. I think you'll find that some of the simplest things in life are the things that wake us up. Look, take fishing, for instance, okay? Look, I understand you can take a second mortgage out on fishing equipment. Have you seen the price of those boats? Holy shit, they're expensive. But the fact is, look, you can go get a rod and a reel and a bucket of worms, right? And sit by a river for an hour, 2 hours, and probably have quite a good time just doing that. Look, the point is that the more that we find stuff that wakes us up a little bit, this is an enormous painkiller for any kind of PTSD, depression, or anxiety. But unfortunately, human beings have this really, really weird default button, okay? And the problem is that when we get depressed and we get down, believe it or not, we actually work more. Now, look, I'm not saying for a second we're more productive. That's not what I'm saying, right? But it really goes along the line of the whole Pink Floyd, just another brick in the wall. You know what I'm getting at? People get depressed, they just report to work. That's it. It's wonderful for the economy, terrible for the family nucleus of enjoying yourself and having fun. But the fact is that people stay broken and a little bit down. They constantly keep working. And see, this was the biggest mistake I made because I always thought, look, I can't have fun when my life's shitty, okay? Because I have to work to get out of this problem, right? I always thought, look, I'll tell you what, I'll have fun when I'm happy, right? That makes sense. When my life's going good, then I'll go have fun, right? But when you think about it, that's kind of ass backwards. Yeah, the times that we should really be utilizing this fun thing is when, well, the ass end's coming out of everything, right? Because this fun, okay, this whatever you decide what fun is, and you'll notice that I'm keeping this super vague here, like crazy vague, because fun means different things to everybody. So the thing is, we have to key into what it is that you enjoy doing, because the problem is, guys, if you don't look for this fun thing, life's going to keep you here. That's what's going to happen, right? You're going to stay in that state of really, really serious for the rest of your life. And guys, can I give you a bit of a tip? Yeah. Well, look, I don't care how serious you are your whole life, okay? You can be serious, because trust me, I was Mr. Serious all the time. Holy shit, can't have fun, gotta be serious, right? Because when life's coming apart, that's what we do. We get really, really serious. But the problem is you can be serious right until your very last day. It's not like some angel's gonna come in and give you a gold star and say, congratulations for being serious. Trust me, I've been around when lots of people have died, whether it be in their house or in a car accident or whatever, right? But you're in the emergency services, trust me, you see a lot of people pass away. And trust me, nobody's there to say congratulations on being so serious. No. The problem is that if we do this, we just keep doing it over and over and over again. Now, what we really have to understand here, guys, is when we're looking for this fun stuff, what happens is when we're doing it, when we finally find something that's entertaining, and I know this sounds really, really basic, but stay with me on this one, okay? When you find yourself doing something fun, you know it's fun because in your mind you go, I'm looking forward to doing this again. Yeah, because it's entertaining, it's fun, whatever it is. It could be a walk in the woods, it could be a ride on a push bike. You could get your rollerblades out. Not for me, but the fact is some people love them, right? Maybe a skateboard, put a helmet on first. But the fact is when we go out there and we're doing something, we go, hey, you know what, this is kind of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the emotion I'm after right there. That when your brain goes, you know what? I'm looking forward to doing this again. Because that word of looking forward is the word you want to zone in on whenever you're dealing with PTSD, depression, or anxiety. Because when you're moving forward, guys, you're moving away from what's tearing you apart. Guys, it's so basic, but so monumentally important. Because look, the thing is depression, anxiety, PTSD, it's going to throw all these different things at us. It's going to make our life suck. Yeah, no, it is what's going to happen. But what the game is now is to find stuff to make you happy. Now look, I know that sounds really great in theory, right? Think about it. Oh, okay, so I'm sad. I just have to find stuff that makes me feel happy. Well, look, guys, I know. But the thing is that you can't actually do it. Now look, everybody freaks out when I say this, but it's actually the truth. It really is. The fact is that you get to choose what you feel. Now, a lot of people freak out when I say that because they're like, well, you just tell me to turn my emotions off. No, look, I want you to think about this. Your emotions, okay, a human's emotions is only the byproduct of the information that your brain is decoding from your five senses. Think about this for a second. If you're in a wonderful cornfield with the sun shining on your face, you're not afraid at all, are you, right? Because the information that you're taking in, it's a warm, fun place and it's safe. Now, if you're in a dark, cold, damp basement, the information that you're taking in from that situation is probably telling you to be a bit alarmed. So really your emotions are just the information that your brain is decoding from your senses, right? That's really all it is. And that works out fantastic right until depression, anxiety, and PTSD get invited to the party. And the problem is the wires get all messed up. Yeah. So sometimes when we're feeling sad or upset from something, well, there's no reason to feel so. And that can become beyond disturbing. It really can. Look, if everything's happy around you, but the problem is that, okay, look, I don't feel happy. I feel sad and I can't figure out why. Guys, that's a scary emotion to have because all of a sudden you start thinking it's your spidey senses, right? But you see, the major problem with all this theory is that, look, when you feel sad, when you feel depressed, do you really feel like going out and being happy? No, nobody does. I don't know a single person that when they're really down in the dumps, okay, and things are really, really going sideways for them, that they feel like going out there and tiptoeing through the tulips and laughing with the neighbors. No, these are the times that you want to hide underneath the bed. But guys, I got to be honest with you. It's a must. You have to change this. And I know it can be really, really painful to do so, but you know what's really neat about this, guys, is that you get to decide what to do here. It really is that important because what depression, anxiety, and PTSD will do is, well, it takes ground. You know, and the problem is if you start noticing that you're losing stuff that you're enjoying, guys, it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep taking. You know, so don't think for a second that, okay, well, you know what, I didn't really care about doing that because that wasn't fun. And, well, you know what, I didn't even like hanging out with those people anyways. Look, this thing is just going to keep taking. Look, let me prove this to you. I had an obsession with golf growing up. Anybody who knew me before I got on the fire department knew that I loved playing golf. And here's the thing. I didn't even care about the score, probably because it was never that good. But the fact was I didn't like playing golf for the social aspect. I enjoyed playing golf just hitting golf balls. I could spend 2 hours on a driving range just hitting 7-irons. I used to love it. I don't know. It was something about the ball flight. It was the game itself that I was absolutely obsessed about. And I loved it. And what I found was when this PTSD, depression, anxiety started to take stuff from me, golf was one of the things that I found went. It scared me. Yeah, because I had no interest in playing that. And I thought, well, what else is this thing going to take? You know? So as this went on and I started to notice, well, guys, this was taking more. And now all of a sudden I wasn't even having fun going outside. And I really came to the conclusion that, you know what? If I don't do something here, I'm going to rot like this. You know what? I'm going to feel like this for the rest of my life, and I'm going to stay here. And unless I figure out a way to get out of this. Now, look, anybody out there who has lost something in their life, you know, whether it be a job or whether it be a promotion or God forbid, a family member or a child or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But when you lose something monumental in your life, it's almost like it forces you to find something else, you know, because you have a choice to either stay and just kind of think about, you know, what's been taken from you, or you have this really, really rare opportunity that you can decide on, well, what you're going to do with this and what's going to come of it. You know, I know when my job went, that was one of the things where I went, you know what, I felt total trauma, total pain. You know, everything that I'd worked for, I felt like had been taken from me. And now all of a sudden I came to this conclusion of, well, what am I going to do with this? You know, how am I going to make this livable? Because the thing is we all have this idea of what our life's supposed to be like. You know, as I've always said, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your intentions. And the problem is when that gets cut off and all of a sudden our intentions or our grand plan doesn't seem to work out anymore, guys, that can bring an incredible amount of pain to us. So I find myself in a situation where, as far as I'm concerned, I've lost pretty much everything that I've worked for. So now the big question is, what do I do with this? What direction do I go now? Right? Because everything that I thought was planned out perfect has now changed for me. Now, here's the interesting thing about this finding new fun stuff is, guys, none of it has to make sense. No. And nobody even has to know about it. This is your personal quest. This is something that you get to go on. Guys, you don't even have to tell anybody about it. Look, let me give you an example. You know what? When I was sat there and I thought, well, my job's gone. You know what? I don't like doing anything. I'm a boring shit. I'm more than likely going to die alone. Well, I guess I should find something to do. Guys, I tried all kinds of weird shit. You know what I did? I bought a yo-yo. I thought about doing yo-yo tricks. I was terrible at it. Around here walking the dog. I'll tell you what, it looks a lot easier on YouTube. Then I decided to try and take up an instrument. That was catastrophic. I can't even play the spoons. You know what I tried to do is play guitar. Do you know what it's like playing two instruments at once? No, forget about it. So that was a train wreck as well. Guys, there were so many different things I tried. Well, like I said in the podcast, I had to go at magic. I thought that would be very cool. Yes, Carl the Magician. I could go to parties and stuff like that. Well, anyways, I sucked at it. Apparently my fingers aren't long enough. You need long fingers to be a magician. I didn't know this. But the fact was I tried all these different things. Now look, one of the major mistakes that I made, I'm such a dick. You know, every time I tried to think about something, inherently, you know what I thought? Well, maybe I could make money at it. Ooh. Like I said in the podcast, I thought about making t-shirts. Yes, t-shirts with funny little captions on. I thought, hey, you know what? That'll be entertaining. I'll make people laugh. But then all of a sudden, well, all the passion got sucked out because, well, I was thinking about business. And I'll tell you what, as soon as you start thinking about business, oh, it'll give you the shits. Yes, any kind of passion that you have in your life will just get sucked out of you as soon as you start trying to think about making money because everything gets messed up, right? So the thing is that I really didn't have any idea, and I felt like I was completely lost. Every time I tried to do something new, well, you know what? It was disappointing because it wasn't my thing. But the thing is you have to go on feelings, which is a very strange concept for me. But yeah, not necessarily something that we go, oh, wow, I'm going to make a lot of money doing that, and I'll never have to worry about money again. No, it's something where you go, I can't wait to do that tomorrow. Yeah. That's what you're kind of looking for. So anyways, do you hear that? Oh, terrible. Too dry tonight, I'll tell you. You know what I had? Spaghetti and meatballs. Ooh, it was good, but I'm gassy now. Anyways, I'm taking lots of drinks. Okay, so anyways, where was I there? Ah, that's right. Trying to come up with some kind of passionate thing that doesn't make money. So I'm looking around. I can't find anything. At the time, I started a blog for Bunker Gear for Your Brain. I suck at writing blogs. I don't even know how to spell. You can only imagine what the blog posts are writing. Hey, check it out. It's bunkergearforyourbrain.com. I got like 13 blog posts there. But the fact is that, okay, I was doing it. I felt like I was helping people. That was awesome. But it wasn't really my thing. You know what I mean? This whole typing and whatnot. And then one day I found out about these podcasts. Well, I'd never heard of a podcast. I didn't even know what a podcast was. So anyways, I started researching this. I thought, well, this is fascinating. So I get snuggle up next to my buddy Google here, and I have a look on here, and I realized that podcasts are just people talking. That's it. That's all a podcast is. I thought, fuck me, I can do that. Oh, I can talk for days. Yeah, I'll talk about whatever they want. So anyways, that's what happened. I found out about this podcast. Well, guys, what did I do? Well, I started reading into it, didn't I? Yes, I did. I started reading into it, and I started researching it, and I started chasing after it. And, you know, the interesting thing is when you're chasing after something, you're leaving that bad shit behind, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, look, buddy, I'm not saying it cures it. That's not what I'm saying for a second, right? But what I am saying is when you find something, you go, holy shit, that's a lot of fun. Dude, when you chase that, now you're moving forward. This is the beginning stages. You see, the thing is that when I thought somebody found their thing, you know, when people say, oh, you find your thing, I thought you just turned around a corner and holy shit, there it was. There's your thing. Congratulations. But guys, that's not how it works at all. You have to chase it. Yeah, like when I learned about these podcasts, I couldn't even remember what the name was there. When I learned about these podcasts, it's not like it turned around and all of a sudden there was a microphone here and my podcast was all set up. No, I had to learn about it. I had to research it. I had to figure out the best way to go about it. Understand how it works. I would research this and research all this equipment and all that shit. And the thing is what this did was it was making life fun again. It didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And you know, the funny thing is that I can remember talking into this thing thinking, you know what? I don't give a shit if I ever make a dime out of it. I have a blast doing it. Yeah. You guys think this podcast is for you? No, sorry about that. It's all for moi. Yes, it makes me feel like $1,000,000. I'm only kidding. Trust me, I love doing this podcast for people. But the fact is once you find something that brings you to life, guys, this is the ultimate painkiller for depression and anxiety, PTSD, as far as I'm concerned. You see, what it really comes down to, guys, is the ability to reinvent yourself. That's it. That's what you have to do. And I know a lot of people don't want to do it, and I know we stay in our patterns, but holy shit, guys, when you've got depression or anxiety and it's got you down on the mat or PTSD won't let you live your life, now's the time to start reinventing yourself. But what you have to understand, guys, is it's your choice. Yeah. The thing is, you just got to start. That's all you got to do, right? Like, if I would have waited for somebody to build this podcast for me, it would have never happened, right? But the fact is that I started to realize that I have a choice. You know, as much as this depression is kicking the shit out of me, and as much as I don't understand it, the fact of the matter is when I talk into this fuzzy little thing, I feel better. End of game. It's really that simple. It is. It doesn't have to be complicated. As long as you find stuff that brings you to life, guys, this is one of the greatest painkillers you'll ever find. But like I said, guys, this doesn't have to be something that everybody knows about, really. And don't buy into that whole thing that, oh, my life is shitty, so I don't deserve to have fun. No, this is the time you need to go have fun. Hey, I'm not telling you to quit your job and you know, just hang out in the park all day, chasing butterflies with your net. No, what I am saying is when you're done your work day, find that shit that brings you to life. Whatever it is. Look, it may take you 6 months to find it, okay? 6 whole months. Imagine the joy it's going to bring you for the rest of your life. Don't listen to that PTSD, depression, anxiety, because I'll tell you what, it will kick the holy shit out of your passion and out of your dream. Because, guys, this is the one thing that I really want to tell you the most about this episode. For 6.5 months, I talked myself out of it. Yeah. The whole podcast thing? Oh, yeah, no, it would be wonderful. I looked at it and went, oh, geez, and just started researching right away. No, I talked myself out of it. Yeah, sure I did. Because the fear creeps in, doesn't it? But guys, look, you got to throw caution to the wind. Look, I'm not telling you to take up skydiving and walk between 2 buildings on a wire. But guys, listen, if your thing happens to be building model airplanes, go fucking buy one. Seriously. Go buy one, sit down, build it, see if it does anything for you. If it doesn't, throw it in the damn garbage. Go buy yourself a yo-yo. Look, it doesn't matter, guys, but what you have to understand is, guys, this is a game that we're playing here. Okay, yes, it's very easy to sit and have bad days and just let it beat the shit out of you. But sometimes you got to grab that shield and grab the sword, and go out there and fight and find that thing that brings you alive. Look, you take tonight, for instance. I had zero desire in doing this Facebook Live tonight. Shitty day, don't want to get into it, leave it alone. But the fact is, not the best day. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'd be lost without this show. Like, seriously. And I want you guys to find your thing. Whatever it is. Maybe it's a show like this. I'll tell you what, if it is, I'll help you set it up. No problems whatsoever. It'll make you feel like $1 million. But guys, the fact is, you got to find your thing. You got to find it. Right? And I'll tell you what, nobody's going to hand it to you. No, and there's no guarantees you're going to find it either. I think that's what makes it so special. But I'll tell you what, once you get on its tail and you're like, oh, shit, that's for me. I'll tell you what, nothing is going to wake your soul up like that. Once you feel that, and once you realize what you're chasing after is something that you truly desire, trust me, guys, that's when shit really, really starts to change for you. All right, how's my time doing here? Oh, shit, 25 minutes. I got to cut this out. Okay, well, look, what have I got for you next episode? Oh, you pet lovers out there, you're going to love this one because that's right. I've got a hell of a story about a fuzzy little dog that pulled me out of a hole that 20 men couldn't have pulled me out of. That's no shit. Hey, I never put any stock in this animal thing until I went through this PTSD, depression, anxiety. The little buggers talk to you. I'm not saying I'm going nuts here, but what I'm saying is if you got the right set of ears, they can certainly talk to you. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have that podcast out for you tomorrow morning. As always, it's what I do. And guys, I can't let you go without talking about my little private group, the Bunker Room. Yeah, look, it's just a place for people that are suffering from PTSD, depression, or anxiety, and they want to go in there and see what's going on with everybody. Because as I say, perspective, it's everything. And when you read about other stories, guys, hey, look, it gives you an idea that you're not the only one fighting this battle. So, guys, there you have it. Look, let me let you go. As much as I enjoy doing this show for you, guys, I'm sure you've got stuff you need to be doing. But, guys, please, please, please hear me when I say this from the bottom of my heart. I don't care how silly it feels. Okay? I don't care. The fact is that when you find that thing that wakes you up, when you find that thing that brings you unbelievable joy, and like I'm not saying, and I said, guys, this doesn't mean 4 days in Vegas. Hey, if that's what you love, that's what you love. But what I'm saying is, guys, you don't want to chase after the booze because I'll tell you what, I did that for 10 years on the job, never paid big dividends. I heard I had a fantastic time, but it didn't fulfill me. And unfortunately, in this particular category, guys, we're looking for stuff that fulfills us. So, hey, do yourself a favor. Jump on Google there. Look up some different shit. Maybe there's some stuff you put on the back burner. I'm telling you, now's the time to get a hold of it. Because the more that we can reinvent ourselves, guys, the more we stay ahead of the curve. It's true. You reinvent yourself, reinvent yourself, reinvent yourself for the simple reason that's what you're designed to do. It's what all humans are. And the problem is we get stuck in that one rut and we stay there, unfortunately, until we pass. No, I say get ahead of it. Reinvent yourself. Trust me, it will do something for you when you're suffering from this PTSD, depression, anxiety. So guys, there you have it. That's my show for tonight. I'm going to grab a soda pop. I'll jump back here in the comment section because, I do love the comments. I see a lot of people there. Fantastic. And guys, the numbers are going up. I want to thank all of you for stopping by. It truly means the world to me. You have no idea what this show does for me. And guys, this is what's kind of spawned this episode because, guys, I want you to find your thing. Because I'll tell you what, once you do, it's amazing how some of the bad shit just seems to disappear. Anyways, you guys take care of yourself. I'll have the podcast out for you tomorrow morning on the animals. I think you'll find it cute. I did when I recorded it. You guys take care of yourself. We'll talk real soon.